Hey guys, I'm Gamer back here for that video, guys. Today, I have an interesting video for you. So, a couple of things are going to happen in this video. First off, let's go to the NFL roster, okay? Go all the way over here to the injury rating. And what you're going to see real fast is the injury rating is 0. Across the board, 0. All the way down. There are some 1 and 2 because morale boost, but for the most part, all of these are 0. We're going to go through the season with every player having 0 injury and see how many players get injured in this season. Now, that's only one of 3 things in this video. The second thing, timeouts are taken out of Madden. No timeouts for this whole entire season. And the third one is interesting. If an injury happens within a 2-minute warning, so in the first half or the second half, within 2 minutes, the first or second half, the quarter ends instantly. So it's over. So like, let's say it's a 2-minute drive going down the field to win the game. If there's an injury within that 2-minute drive, game over. Automatically the game's over. So before half, if there's an injury, half's over, and again for the end of the game. So there's no critical game-winning drives that are going to be happening in this season, because if a player gets injured where, 0 injury rating, it's all over. Like, there's no chance for you to have a game-winning drive because the game would be over with. Alright, first run of the game here. I'm not going to play this whole entire game. I just want to play a little bit of it, and then I want to skip till almost halftime to see if anyone gets injured, because I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of injuries in this game. That's just how it works when you have 0 injuries across the board for all the, 0 rating for injury across the board, and Frank Ragnow is already injured. So, they already lost their center, and I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Just having 0 injury rating doesn't really mean that they're going to, be out for a long time. It could mean that they're out for a long time. It really just depends at the end of the day. But let's see what ends up happening here. So, nothing crazy. Let's see how long Frank Ragnow is out for. Out for the game. Okay, so I think it's just a random injury at the end of the day. But let's go ahead and skip forward. I do want to skip forward mainly because I want to show you guys 2-minute warning and what I'm talking about here, because this is actually a little bit interesting. Alright, so now we're getting to the 2-minute warning, right? Second down and 6 for them. No team has timeouts, so any injury here goes right to halftime. So they're not going to get another chance with the ball if they get injured. Bam, halftime. Gibbs got hurt. You see what I'm saying, guys? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's going to get interesting for that said reason, because all it takes is one little injury and halftime's over or end of the game's over. So going into half of our first game here, they have their main running back out. Center's out for the game. They lost their cornerback for the season, and Aiden Hutchinson has a torn labrum. So he's out for the foreseeable future. This is going to be an interesting season. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is going to be probably the most interesting season you have seen on YouTube. With all these injuries, and the fact there's no timeouts, and the fact that one injury could end a game, no close games for this one. Alright, let's sim the rest of this game, though. We are up 17 nothing now. And let's see how many injuries happen in this game. And also, how close this 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal. Okay. I'm going to try to run the ball here, and actually, this is actually another game plan here. Because if you run the ball right, and you get injured, game over. Game over. So, if you want to run the clock off at the very end, and because there's no timeouts anyway, all you have to do there is just run backwards, get hit, and game over. So, again, this just adds so much dynamic to this. I don't think I can check, I can't check the, injuries here. I have to check the injuries once we get out of this game. but I do want to see how many players actually got injured. I'm going to guess a lot of players got injured in that first week. I know already we lost a lot of guys too. So we had 2 injuries that week. We lost both of our left tackles, our starter and our backup. Holy crap, bro. Okay, that's going to be an interesting set of events here. Let's go with roster here. Not roster. Let's go to injury report. Let's see who lost what and where is everyone headed at this point. Because after week 1, there's no way that anyone is like just injury-free. Bears? I stand corrected. Bengals? Okay, so the Bengals and the Bears have 0 injuries. Alright, Jordan Poyer and Mitch Morris. Broncos, 0 injuries. Am I just crazy? I figured there'd be a lot more injuries in this. Bucks, Cardinals, okay. Chargers, Chiefs, we have 2 guys. Colts, okay, Cowboys, Dolphins. Obviously, the Lions going to have the most because we played them. Giants, Jags, Jets, Lions. I mean, I guess they only have 2 at the end of the day. Wow, I am actually heavily surprised with the lack of injuries. Maybe this is going to continue. Odell Beckham's out for 41 weeks. I mean, that's pretty much out for his career, let's be honest. He kind of had a career-ending injury there. I wonder if this is going to change as we sim throughout these weeks. It has to change a little bit. There's no way that this is going to continue to be, you know, just no injuries at all. Alright. First week done. Let's see what our second week is, or third week is looking like now. Second week done. 0 injuries for us. Okay. Yeah, we got no new injuries, which is interesting. Wow, the Buccaneers definitely did. A forearm fracture for Mike Evans. The center's out for 1 week. Left outside linebacker is out. Yeah, looks like the Bucks got the injury bug. And same thing with the Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson and Milton Williams of the Bears. Hilton got hurt for the for the Bengals. Broncos, Browns are still kind of holding in there. Couple more. I want to see if there's any key injuries that are like crazy injuries here. Trayvon Diggs, I mean, real life, he actually is out for the season too, so it's not that insanely crazy. Giants, okay. Calvin Ridley's out. Is that Dalvin Cook? That is Dalvin Cook. He's out too. Lions still kind of in the no land. Aaron Jones got hurt. Patriots. Okay, so no one like crazy. I mean, okay, Marlon Humphrey got hurt. That's huge for the Ravens, but he'll be back in a week. Quandre Diggs got hurt. Jordan Love got hurt. Okay. So no one like no big name quarterback got hurt. Okay, I'm waiting for a big name quarterback to go down with injury. With all of them having 0 injury, I feel like eventually it's going to happen. It has to happen. Although, I will say these games end, well, how fast they can end because of injury, that's another thing that does interest me to see who is the best team at the end of the year. It's going to be whoever is healthy enough. Leonard Fournette got hurt for them. Oh, the Bengals lost Joe Burrow for 6 games. Logan Wilson for 1 game and Hunter Henry for 1 game. Okay, so our first real big-name quarterback went down. Denzel Ward got hurt. Okay. Well, actually, the Browns lost both of their starting corners. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Cardinals and Chargers, man. They're still avoiding the injury bug. I don't know how they are avoiding the injury bug, but they are. CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard went down. Devonta Smith went down. Okay. Wait, Derek Watt? I did not realize he was still in the NFL. I think he's a free agent right now. I don't think he's on an actual NFL roster. Jets, okay. Doesn't look like any other big crazy names. I mean, Kyle Duggar, he got hurt. Yeah, no, I wish you could just see like a list of like players like, I mean, I guess I could do by position. Kenneth Walker got hurt, but I wish I could actually see like, you know, the best players overall wise and who got hurt. That'd be a cool little advancement in Madden 25. Or whatever they call it next year. I'm not sure what they're going to end up calling it. But let's go ahead and advance to 1 week here. I want to see if any player just absolutely just Patrick Mahomes? No. Bolton and Isaiah Pacheco. I want to see if any other player, like, pretty much ends their career with injury. Like we saw with Odell Beckham there. I mean, don't get me wrong, he could still come back, but chances are he's probably not coming back. Broken collarbone, okay. I feel like broken collarbone should be out for the season. That's kind of crazy that that's only a 5-6 week injury. I mean, I guess, yeah, it does heal, but I just feel like that would be out for the season type of injury. All right. So far, most of the NFL is kind of scaving by without having their, like, big name guys hurt, like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Brock Purdy got hurt, but yeah. I mean, he is actually technically really good right now. Dexter Lawrence II got hurt for the Giants, so that's a huge loss. Also, some of these teams, I mean, they're going to start losing games by losing these players. You can't win all these games with all these players you're losing, especially depending on when you lose them. Not having timeouts at all, it's going to change a lot here. Tyler Lockett's a broken hand, okay. Bobby Wagner got hurt, so the Seahawks are slowly crumbling even more down. The Texans lost the left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. And, okay, so for the most part, I will say it's been pretty, I don't want to say tame because these are injuries, but it's been pretty, like, okay. Nothing too crazy. All right, another injury for the Chiefs. Richie James got hurt. Okay, what about the rest of the league? No one knew here. The Bears are just stacking up their injury report at this point. The Bills are actually clean for some odd reason. Buccaneers kind of still staying put where they were before. Let's see, the Cardinals, they're okay, not really crazy. Oh, here we go. Chargers lost Austin Eckler and Herbo. So, 2 key players for their offense out for that game. And again, that's pretty much a guaranteed loss. Tony Pollard is still out for 7 weeks, so the boys still have no running back here. Devonta Smith is, so he's out for 35 weeks. So this is complete ACL tear. It says 35 weeks. He'll probably be out. He'll be back next season. I think he'll be fine. He'll be back next season. He should be okay. 49ers, they lost a strong safety. Okay. Giants, nothing really special. Calvin Ridley. Jets, okay. Oh, Garrett Wilson. That's actually a huge loss for them. The Lions lost Penny Sewell. So they lost their quarterback, Jared Goff, and the right tackle. Yeah, that's not going to work out too well. Kyle Duggar, we got Raiders, nothing special here. Rams, nothing special here. Alright, so Alvin Kamara also got hurt. Well, that's kind of crazy. Alright, so I think I'm going to sim to the end of the season here, guys, and I want to see how many what the final record is, and who is and isn't injured at the end of the season, because we're probably going to have a lot of, season-ending injuries. Alright, so Chiefs went 11-6. Definitely did not lead the NFL here. But let's see. Any crazy teams in the playoffs? Maybe the Commanders a little crazy, but not really. The Panthers went 9-8. So apparently they really scaped by nicely. Honestly, this is probably the best I've seen in the NFL, like overall-wise, all the NFL teams record-wise in a while. And this, I guess, came because of injuries? Injuries really definitely helped out a lot. Alright, so I want to see what the injuries look like going into right now. And second off, I want to see what the schedules look like. I mean, sorry, what the final stats look like. Because there's no way most of these quarterbacks play the whole entire season. Alright, so the Bears finished the season off without their starting receiver, both of their running backs, their right tackle, their left end. All 3 of the running backs are hurt and out right now. And their D tackle. The Bengals lost both their starting corners, their right tackle, their second D tackle, one of their pass rushers, and their third string running back. The Bills lost Josh Allen, Matt Milano. Wait, hold up. It says he's uninjured. Why is he on this then? That's kind of weird. They lost their cornerbacks, both 2 of the cornerbacks, wide receiver, and then they also lost left side linebacker. Broncos, they lost Jerry Jeudy, Russell Wilson, and Jarrett Stidham. They lost both of their quarterbacks, okay. A middle linebacker and the left tackle. Browns, they lost Deshaun Watson. They lost their corner 1, 2 wide receivers and a right tackle. I mean, when you lose all that, man, it is hard to come back from that. I'm going to tell you right now. Chase Edmonds, a left guard, a right guard, 2 left ends, and D tackle for them. For the Cardinals, they lost a halfback, it looks like. No one really special there. Chargers really didn't have too much bad things. John Johnson III got hurt. Obviously, the Chiefs lost Nick Bolton. That was really the big thing. Anthony Richardson got hurt for the Colts. And it looks like everyone else is pretty... I mean, Brian Robinson and the left tackle and the Commanders are still in the playoffs, so I guess that's a thing. Gallup, Tyron Smith, and they lost their center, and they lost Micah Parsons, and they lost Vander Esch. Wow, the Cowboys got absolutely destroyed. Oh, man, Devin A. Chain, I feel so bad. They also lost Kareem Hunt, so they lost 2 running backs there. Zeke Elliott, Devonta Smith, they lost 2 cornerbacks for the Eagles. Falcons lost Chris Lindstrom, Jarvis Landry, Bijan Robinson. And they also lost Calais Campbell, which at this point I think he'll just probably retire. Ooh, the 49ers, man. They lost Christian McCaffrey, Brendan Ayuk. They lost a left guard. They lost a D tackle and a corner. And Dexter Lawrence, for some reason, he's healthy, but he just is not playing. Interesting. More injuries here. Anything? I'm trying to see if there's any, like, major injuries here. I guess David Montgomery, losing him sucks. Jameson Williams, also losing him sucks. Packers, nothing too crazy. Okay, the Panthers actually made the playoffs, and they have both their running backs out. The tight ends out. The left side linebackers out. Both of the starting free safeties and the strong safeties out. Holy crap. How did you make the playoffs, my guy? Alright. Man, I can't wait to look at these stat sheets. Because these stats are going to tell a lot of stories here. Wow. This stat sheet is going to tell a lot of stories. Steelers, really no one major out, though. That's the thing. If no one's major out, you kind of got, you know, you got by there, man. You got by with how that went. As long as no one's majorly out. Like someone who's actually going to really detriment your team. All right, let's look at stats. I'm going to be interested to see. So, Blaine Gabbert did actually play some, at least. So, it looks like Patrick Mahomes did go down with injury at one point. Because he has 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Okay, so that's, I guess, a little bit interesting. Let's look at the other players here. So, Bears, Justin Fields, P.J. Walker played some. 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Maybe he played like 2 or 3 games. Okay, the Bengals went with every quarterback possible. They went Trevor Siemian. They went Jake Browning. They were just kind of going back and forth. Josh Allen looks like he got hurt early in the year. And Kyle Allen, ironically enough, Josh Allen gets replaced for Kyle Allen. 14 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Broncos, Ben DiNucci. Wow. Deshaun Watson, Joshua Dobbs is still there. So they kind of got bailed out there because they had, you know, the astronaut still there. Baker actually survived the whole entire season, it looks like. For the most part, he survived the whole season. Kyler, surprisingly enough, survived somewhat of the season. But I don't know if he survived it or he got benched. Because they went with 3 different quarterback options and all 3 didn't work. Max Duggan took over when Herbo went down. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Okay. I mean, if anything, some of these, you know, teams got to look at their future quarterback situation. Maybe Jacoby Brissett did not go down one time. Jacoby Brissett played the whole entire season. You know, I've talked about many times on this channel how much Jacoby Brissett is an absolute S+ tier quarterback. That's the reason why. Dak Prescott didn't go down either. Neither did Tua. How did Tua not go down? That's actually surprising to me. Jalen Hurts did not go down. Okay, so some of these quarterbacks survived it, man. Desmond Ridder, for the most part, didn't go down. Brock Purdy did. Trey Lance came in and became an amazing quarterback for them. Wow. Sam Darnold did not get the job done. So, let me get this straight. Trey Lance comes in, and he's just an amazing quarterback for you. Did they go with Sam Darnold first and then go to Trey Lance? Or did they start with Trey Lance and then went to Sam Darnold. Because I guess Trey Lance also got hurt at one point, so they had to go through every single quarterback possible. Because that's actually crazy to me that Trey Lance and Sam Darnold both played that season, and Trey Lance looked like the best quarterback of all three. Teddy Bridgewater, yeah, he didn't work out. Again, some of these quarterbacks might have just got benched. On the low-key. Zach Wilson, okay, so Rodgers goes down with injury. They go with Zach Wilson. Man, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Yeah, let's go with Chris Stevler. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Did not look that bad, honestly enough. Jared Goff goes down. Hendon Hooker comes in. 1 touchdown, 8 interceptions. Well, that is not your franchise right there. Josh Rosen even got a chance. How did Josh Rosen catch some strays? 0 touchdown, 8 interceptions. Studfeld, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Holy crap. Everyone on that team is doing interceptions. 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Okay, Panthers, yeah, Bryce Young apparently just absolute best first round pick overall in any draft. Mac Jones survived the whole season. Jimmy G survived the whole season. That's how you know this is Madden. Stetson Bennett played, I guess, 1 game and had 2 interceptions. Lamar Jackson survived the whole season for the most part. It looks like he might have missed 1 game. Derek Carr probably missed 1 game. I'm going to guess Geno Smith probably missed 1 game just because Drew Lock did play. Yeah, wow, Kenny Pickett did not survive. Kenny Pickett did not survive, and then Mitchell Trubisky had to come in, and Mitchell Trubisky played better than Kenny Pickett. Okay, Texans, CJ Stroud survived the whole season. Looks like maybe 1 game. Maybe. I don't know, actually, because 42 yards. Unless, you know, our man Long Neck Mills was just trash. Like, okay. And this was ugly. Ryan Tannehill did go down for 4 games. I know that for a fact. And then Kirko went down and Nick Mullins came in and he wasn't really much better. Who won MVP and why was it Patrick Mahomes? Oh, was it? It was Lamar Jackson. Okay. I guess that's an interesting set of events. Alright, so let's now sim to the Super Bowl. I just want to see what the Super Bowl looks like. Who, actually, no. I'm going to sim to the AFC Championship game. I want to see who was in there. Because you remember a couple years ago, right? We had that whole situation where, was it Nick Foles was in there, Tom Brady was in there, Case Keenum was in there, right? And then Blake Bortles. And that was the, like, goofiest AFC Championship game ever. Like, or championship round ever. I want to see who's in the championship round. Let's go to schedule, and let's see who's in here. So we have the Colts Chargers, and we have Commanders Packers. Alright, Colts Chargers, Commanders Packers. Wait, the Colts can't have Anthony Richardson's out, right? Alright, so Colts Chargers. Their quarterback is Anthony Richardson, but he's out. So that means Gardner Minshew is in the AFC Championship game versus Justin Herbert. Okay, so Herbert's back from injury. And what's the other one? Colts, Chargers, and... oh, I already forgot. I already forgot the other one. So, Gardner Minshew is a goofy player being in an AFC Championship game. That's not what you would expect or want to see from an AFC Championship game. Commanders, Packers. Okay, so that's probably going to be Jacoby Brissett. I don't think he got hurt. And it's going to be Jordan Love, I believe, if I am correct here. So, Packers, I don't think Jordan Love's out. He's not. And then Commanders is going to be Jacoby Brissett. Yep. So, AFC Championship, Gardner Minshew versus Justin Herbert. NFC Championship is Jacoby Brissett versus... I'm sorry, I just saw the Super Bowl and it took me away. Jacoby Brissett versus Jordan Love. Talk about a Super Bowl. As I talk about a playoff situation, a championship weekend. And what ended up happening? Wow, Herbo destroyed Gardner Minshew. Is that surprising? And Jacoby Brissett beat the heck out of Jordan Love. Okay, so now we got a Super Bowl and to see who actually wins the game. And it's going to be... Who's got the greatness here? The Chargers won 45-7. To be honest, the Chargers were probably the only team qualified to be in the playoffs at that point. So that makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, so I'm going to sim another season, and I want to see what ends up happening. Alright, so I simmed another set of time here. So let's go ahead and sim the season. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's look at injury reports. So Travis Kelce is out for 1 more week for us. For the Bears, they have Darnell Mooney, DJ Reader out. So it looks like they actually got the Bengals D-tackle. Jamar Chase is out for 4 weeks. Okay, Trey Henderson got hurt, and La'el Collins, and they got Adrian Phillips. Interesting. Man, the Bills cannot catch a break, can they? They're just getting injuries after injuries. And for some reason, the Broncos cannot have Russell Wilson be healthy. Like... Not only is he not healthy, the whole entire team isn't. And neither can the Browns. Deshaun Watson is now out for 21 weeks. Wow. Last time we looked at the Browns, Deshaun Watson was hurt. Oh, man, I feel bad for Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb hurt again. Not what you want to see there. Buccaneers, their left tackle's hurt. Looks like nobody, the center's also hurt, so that's definitely a big loss for them. Austin Eckler hurt again. Okay, I want to see if there's any, big quarterback injuries. Mitchell Trubisky. Wow, big quarterback injury. So far, no real big quarterback injuries, other than Deshaun Watson, I guess. Christian McCaffrey's hurt. It's not really something new, though. Dalvin Cook got hurt again. Okay. Looks like they lost both their running backs, both the receivers, their center, and right outside linebacker. Breece Hall got hurt. That sucks. Alright, Jared Goff, again, got hurt here. Packers lost running back Aaron Jones again. It doesn't look like any major quarterbacks, at least not in the end of the season here, are actually out or hurt. I guess technically, those guys like this, he could technically be the franchise quarterback for the future, so he could be, getting hurt would be an absolute loss for them. But other than that, Derrick Henry got hurt. Yeah, no. There was no team that lost their franchise quarterback, at least not for the year, other than the Browns. Which, again, like I said before, I don't know if I consider him a franchise quarterback at this point. Especially not 2 years in the future, man. At this point, I think he's just kind of out of it. Alright, so let's see how everyone did. The Bears, they went with 3 different quarterbacks because of injuries. The Bengals went with, it looks like 2 different quarterbacks. It looks like Joe Burrow went down with injury again. They also drafted a rookie. Interesting. Josh Allen did miss some time. It looks like he missed maybe 1 or 2 games at most, though. Russell Wilson missed some time. Jarrett Stidham did not take in or do very good in his absence. Tim Boyle even played there. Wow. Kellen Mond and DTR both got play time with that man out. Bucks, what are you doing? You get rid of Baker Mayfield so you can get Sam Darnold, Joshua Dobbs, and Nick Samuels. If I had to guess real fast what I would say that would look like, it would be pretty bad. And Herbo, after winning the Super Bowl last year, apparently missed half the season because Mike White, as they call him, White Lightning, had to come in and be the absolute superstar for the team. Mahomes missed 1 game, it looks like. Maybe 1 or 2 games. Probably 1 or 2 games. Because their backup did play. Mitchell Trubisky, Anthony Richardson, and Sam here played. Because Anthony Richardson yet again got hurt. And Jacoby Brissett leaves the Commanders. Gardner Minshew, the man who couldn't get to the Super Bowl, ends up taking over for the Commanders, and he couldn't even play the whole entire season because Ryan Tannehill and Sam Howell had to play because of injuries. And it looks like also Dak Prescott couldn't play the whole entire season. Eagles, Jalen Hurts did go down at one point with injuries. It looks like Desmond Ridder survived the whole season. Brock Purdy did not survive the whole season, but Trey Lance, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. At what point are you going to start Trey Lance, 49ers? You cannot tell me Brock Purdy is a better quarterback at this point. He's going off every time he has a chance. Oh, this is so disappointing, man. I am still a Trey Lance supporter. Rodgers goes down with injury. Zach Wilson comes in and takes over. And Jacoby Brissett's the third-string quarterback. I mean, honestly, a third-string quarterback, yeah, not too bad when everyone has 0 injuries because you could still play. It's very possible to still play in this circumstances. Bailey Zappi had 2 touchdowns. That's nice. So, it looks like quarterback's somewhat surviving a little bit better than last year. I'll say it like that. These quarterbacks are very much surviving a lot better than last season. Keep in mind, though, all the rookies that come in, none of them have 0 injuries. So, the new rookies that come in, they don't have the 0 injuries on their stat sheet. So, they could actually play a whole entire game and be fine. While these older players, you know, they got to worry about the fact that they have 0 injuries and they can get hurt any time. But, guys, definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I thought it would be an interesting video today. And I think it was definitely interesting. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.